how do you diffuse situations that could escalate and become fairly ugly?
Well, you have to be calm. You know, you got to put yourself in their shoes that this is their livelihood and it's what they do. And you know, we're not perfect, but you have to let them talk and let them get their say. And oh wow,
that ball is hit really well by Seby Zavala, and it's gone by a mile, Cash.
Wow, he was in my group today too.
Well, that is a lesson to you, my friend. No, not you, Cash. A lesson to you, Jason.
Yes?
Yeah.
Listen to that home run call and adopt it. And I think every time someone hits something that looks like that, just go, oh, wow, and then, move on.
Oh, Cash's home run.
Yes, absolutely. It was magnificent.
It's going to be on shirts real soon. So, did Seby hit you that hard earlier?
Yeah. I'll tell you, he always did. What a great kid, too. He is just, oh, my gosh.
Why? What do you like about him?
Just a high character, high quality person. He works hard and just a great guy. He is, he's top notch.
He's got some big power. I mean, that ball was tattooed.
No doubt. And he can catch, too. He is a really, really above average receiver, good game caller. He's going to be a good one.
What is the call? Taste the feeling. To purchase tickets, visit whitesox.com. We are in the top of the third, and Seby Zavala has given the Sox a 3-0 lead. He's back behind the plate catching, and that's a young man who comes out of San Diego State and really kind of thundered onto the scene last year and showed his power in the White Sox farm system as Bandy is on. Sox drafted Zach Collins in the first round, and all eyes were kind of on Zach coming out of Miami, and they still are, certainly. But Seby Zavala is somebody that Rick Hahn has kind of been forced to mention. He's been headline news in his season last year. And funny enough, at Sox Fest, there was a Q&A with Rick Renteria and Rick Hahn. And, fans are very knowledgeable about a lot of things, and you expect certain questions. The first question that somebody asked of Rick Hahn in that panel was about Seby Zavala. And Rick just kind of laughed like, I thought I might get a question about him, but not the first question. And that's how good of a season he had. Fans are noticing down at A-Ball.
You get drafted in whatever spot you get drafted in. Obviously, your first-round draft pick, wherever it is, whether it's high or low, first-round draft pick, you get some advantages as far as how they look at you because they have a very big investment in you. And obviously, you're in the first round because they are evaluating your talent. You deserve to be there. Once you put on a professional uniform and you go to the various places you go to, then it's the best man is going to emerge as the man. And so, I have every intention to believe that Zach Collins is going to be very good, swings from the left side, very good plate discipline, and has a chance to be exceptional. But now that they're all in this together in the Sox organization, the guys who take that next step or two are guys who are going to get advancement. And the Sox have been always good about not letting them languish in the minor leagues. You show you can do it, they're going to move you up as quickly as they possibly can, and they will give you a shot at the major leagues. That's what this organization has been long before this rebuilding situation that's going on now. If you're good enough, you get a shot. That's why people should enjoy being with the White Sox, because unlike other teams who stack you way back ahead of the first-round draft pick or the guy that you get traded from and you have to substantiate the deal, or whatever happens, that usually happens.
That looks like a hit and run that didn't go so well, and that also is a throw that didn't go so well, so we're left with what we had before.
And the Sox have always been a team that will take their young players, whether they throw the baseball or hit the baseball, and give them a shot at the major leagues. That's why it's good to be with the Chicago White Sox organization, because if you are good enough, you'll never be buried. You will get a chance, and that's all you ask for. Give me a chance. If I fail, I fail. Give me a chance, and let me win or lose the job on my own ability.
And there's nothing to say that Zavala and Collins couldn't both be really good, and you have a really great problem to have where you have two fantastic catchers.
We have a high draft pick this year, quite obviously, and have a lot of draft picks toward the top. And so when that happens, there's a chance maybe there's another catcher or two or another shortstop or two that emerge as being, really good. Now, Tim Anderson is going to be there, I think, for a long time because he keeps getting better and better. But when you bring all this talent into your organization, that depth gives you insurance policies, and that's what it is. You keep developing these guys. And look, there's a sabermetrician out there who can quantify just exactly how you're going to make the major leagues and where you're going to make it, depending on where you're drafted and how good you're going to be and all of the things that go with it. And it comes down at the end to a competition among guys who are just wanting to beat out the other guy. If you're here, you're phenomenally competitive and you want to win every battle.
Well, that's where you can flout the numbers. The numbers come from an expected trajectory. It's all based on probability and expectation, based on background and previous numbers and all of that. But if you substantially improve, and that's where teaching becomes a major part of this, if you substantially improve, then you are going to create a different life for yourself, whether on the field or financially.
I saw Aaron Judge in the Arizona Fall League. I saw Aaron Judge a couple of years ago. I looked at the holes in that swing and what pitches he was not handling, and I thought, well, this is a very big and very young man who has a lot of talent. Pretty good in the field also, and I thought, you know, maybe an outside chance sometime down the road. And then last year, this guy shows up who was anything but the Aaron Judge that I had seen for a couple of years and becomes the Aaron Judge we saw last year that terrorized pitchers all over baseball. A quantum leap from where he was before. I mean, that's what happens to young guys. Some guys figure it out, and if you have enormous talent, and Judge obviously does, and Moncada does, and Abreu did, and you have that kind of talent, you don't really know when it's going to come, but when it does, it's startling. And that transition for Aaron Judge to last year, Aaron Judge, I mean, he was a destroyer of pitchers. He just hit the ball and never came down. But that wasn't the guy that I saw. He was just now mature, could handle it, knew the approach, knew what everybody was going to work him with, and then decided he wasn't going to miss too many pitches anymore. And yeah, he strikes out. Yeah, he still swings at bad pitches. But for him, the plate is not 24 inches anymore. It's back to 17. He looks for pitches, he gets them, and then he crushes them.
Did you see the lineup, folks out there the other day? The Yankees had Aaron